very, very dark. And there are plenty of podcasts, YouTube videos, and discussions, different types of content where it's just voice over a black screen, a picture, a few pictures, a cartoon, etc. So if you really like me and you guys really like my voice, like you say you do, and you're down for me, and this, that, and the third, you should have no problem with listening to my story time in the dark. So, I work in a specific place where uh, it's a large business, meaning it's a big building. So, working a 8-hour shift on your day off because there's not enough workers, it will beat your ass in a way like no other, especially after 40 hours. And, you know, 2 big holidays plus a football, I'm saying, extravaganza. So I'm already tired. My feet's hurting, but I'm like, fuck it, I'm gonna turn up and get this bread. So, in regards to breaks, I get one 15-minute break every 6 hours, 2 15-minute breaks after 8.5 hours, and a 30-minute. And if not the 8.5 and just the 8 2:15s, the time clock is 4 minutes if you run. So, it's pretty freaking short. So, long story short, I need food. Today was payday. I had to get a few things for my house. I have my rubber gloves on still, but I'm clocked out. I go to the time clock. I pick up like 10, 11 items. I go to the checkout where like 4 or 5 people are standing at one lane, but like they don't want to check me out. Like, not don't want to, but like I had too much, That's for like if you have 1 or 2 things. So my back is to like the store, and my back is to courtesy, and my front is to the 4 or 5 kids and the machine that's robotically supposed to be totaling my items, while my cheese is just stuck to the bottom of the hand cart, you feel me, about to accidentally steal it. I'm like, sweetheart, this machine, it takes, because most of them take credit. Before I could say anything, I hear, excuse me, there's cameras everywhere. I'm going to make sure I'm here tomorrow and talk to the manager. So I turn around and I'm like, hey, what's up? I said, no, I didn't say what's up. I said, excuse me, don't worry. I wasn't in front of you asking a question. And he's like, you don't know who I am. Wait until you find out who I am. All this extra BS. I said, I'm going to get a manager because I'm not on the clock right now. Oh, I'm a customer. I said, I'm a customer. So the manager comes over, drops the F-bomb on me, but like kind of whispering through his teeth, but we're cool. So I don't really care because he's like cool, we're cool. But we're not that cool because I've only been here like, a little less than 90 days. So they're speaking to each other on a first name basis. So I'm thinking they're buddies, they're partners, they're chums, So my dude was like, my boss was like, one of my bosses anyway, he's like, de-escalate it, just shut your effing mouth type shit. And I'm like, he's right. But at the end of the day, I'ma still have consequences, so I'ma speak my piece. So old man is like, no, that's not good enough. I want her fired now. I want to talk to a higher up. And the dude's like, I'm like the biggest boss type shit. And we're going to talk to the bigger boss tomorrow. And, I'm in the break room and 3 people are like, what happened? What's wrong? What happened? What happened? And I guess when I left, the other kids were getting reprimanded for being in a little, like huddle, kind of all 5 of them talking to me or each other. And then I interjected and not really paying attention, but like it was slow. So, and to be you know what I'm saying, fair. He and I were both using self-checkout, so nobody was really, I guess, in front of the other per se. But as far as like verbal communication, I was communicating with the quadruple, you know what I'm saying, juvenile little like clique in front of me. And before they could even answer me, this guy's going fucking, oh, excuse me. And I'm like, don't worry. I wasn't in front of you. I wasn't talking. I wasn't asking a question. You could go first. And then once he saw that, like, I had a name tag on, I said, sweetheart. He goes, oh, you're calling me sweetheart. I'm not going to be called sweetheart by a little girl. I'm like, okay, I'm not yelling. I'm not cursing. I'm not disrespecting you. But you're bothered by the fact I said sweetheart. So he called me like a little ass girl because I do look young and sound young and clearly act young. Because other people about 20 years older than me in the same position, they would have kept their mouth shut, I think. But you know, it is what it is. So I walk away, I go to the break room, I mind my business. And the guy's like, do you want me to address this with you now or tomorrow? I'm like, no, fuck it, you know? And he's like, you're like, he just pretty much like, no matter what, even when you're right, you will never be right in the eyes of them or me, the store, the union. And I said, that's great. And I will gladly sign your write-up, sign your, I don't know what it's called when you get, like not fire, but like, put at home. But the thing is, we only have like 3 or 4 steady full-time employees who are capable of working hard. That people